We have Steve Merrill here from wagertalks.com to talk about the other game Friday night. We have Oregon here, minus negative 20 or minus 28 and a half with the over under at 60. It's 8 o'clock game for Fox. Steve, we are seeing this line move in the moment. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, we're recording this. Most people are going to see this after the fact, but as we're doing this real time Thursday afternoon, this line is literally moving as we're speaking right now. Of course, looking at the Wager Talk live odds screen. And by the way, this is a free live odds screen. Normally, it's $400 to $500 a month to have access to this information. Wager Talk makes it available for everyone for free, and you do see the lines as they move real time at wagertalk.com. And this line was 28 as you and TJ and I were pulling up this game, and now it's 28 and a half. It's 29, and there's really no limit now before it hits 30, 31, because obviously 29 is what we call a dead number. So going from 28 to 28 and a half to 29 and a half at different books really doesn't matter because the game is not going to land on 29. The point is, though, that we've lost that key number of 28. In fact, earlier this week, I did a standalone video for wagertalk.com and wagertalk TV on YouTube breaking this game down. It was 27 and a half. So it's already hit that key number of 28 now on what Thursday afternoon is 28 and a half. I actually don't want anything to do with the side here. Oregon, if they're focused, should blow Purdue out. But I do worry about them being focused. They're coming off a huge win against Ohio State last week as a home dog, game that went down to the wire, and now they're laying more than 4 touchdowns on the road. And Mark pointed this out a few weeks ago. The Big Ten teams traveling multiple time zones have been terrible plays. They're like less than 25% straight up this season. I'm not going to call for the Purdue upset here, but maybe we did see the buy sign with Purdue last week, putting up over 500 yards of offense against a top 25 Illinois squad on the road. And keep in mind, Purdue was a 22-point dog in that game. If they convert the 2-point conversion in overtime, they win outright. They end up losing by 1. I do worry about a little bit of a letdown for Purdue, to be honest. High-scoring losses, especially overtime teams, are usually negative plays. So as far as the point spread goes, both teams are in bad spots here. That gets me looking at the total. I did that solo video earlier this week at Wager Talk TV. It was 60 and a half, even 61s out there. Surprisingly, the lines come down to 60. We'll have to check the weather. Maybe I haven't checked the weather for Friday night yet, but I think the over is the play here. With both teams in maybe lackluster focus spots, I think that shows more on the defensive side. Oregon can name their score offensively here, but the Ducks did give up 34 to Boise. They gave up 31 to Ohio State. Obviously, Purdue is not a good offensive team overall this year, but they were very strong last week. So maybe things are starting to click with the new regime. I think over 60 is the safest way to play this game on Friday night.
Excellent. Yeah. So if you want more takes and excellent analysis like this, you can find Steve Merrill at wagertalks.com to get Steve's picks, as well as Mark's picks and Steve's picks on the Patreon tier for Mark Rogers. And we have the premium membership tier on YouTube, Voice of College Football Bets. Become a member, become a winner. This is how you do it.
College football is even more exciting with some action on the line. And the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Let's start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread. I've got a 40-year track record. In fact, in 2023, at $100 played per game, you would have netted over $9,300. And guess what? I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill, our ace in the hole, show stopper from Wager Talk. 6 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick, which went 21-5 against the spread the last 2 seasons. I repeat, 21-5 against the spread. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Steve Dace and Matt Zemek. Become a YouTube channel member or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2024 a winner now.